Hello, my loves. I'm Mariposa, and this space is a soft place for you to land. My intention is for you to be held, seen, nourished, and safe to just be. Today, I am sharing a channeled message that came through with a lot of heart. It's been coming through for about a week now, but today, Spirit sat me down and said I need to share it. So, if you are listening, I trust that this is for you, but always listen to your own intuition. Let's ground ourselves and take a deep breath. Let's soften those beautiful shoulders of yours. And let's receive the gift that your soul brought you here today to hear. So the message that I have been getting is that you are doing much better than your human mind can even conceptualize. And I'm seeing a lot of imbalance, if you will, somatically in your body that you have been experiencing. So that can look like random bouts of fatigue or just not wanting to interact with anyone, wanting to be really isolated. It could be showing up as headaches, also a denseness in your sacral energy. So that could be like cramping, or it could just be just like a feeling of heaviness in that area, or lower back pain. I'm also seeing like lightheadedness or like tingling that's been going on in your body. And all of this is just your 3D body catching up to everything that you have been integrating, especially within the last 2 months. You have really been listening to your intuition. Your energy is very beautiful. I know that it's sort of difficult to see ourselves in the light that we are illuminating when our bodies are sort of in this recalibration phase, but I assure you, you are brighter than ever before. And this is also a reminder to not look to the 3D for confirmation of that, right? You are here. This is it. You are in your biggest chapter of all, okay? You have put in so much work to arrive here, and you know that. And they're showing me the most work that you've done, the most recent work, is removing the contingency on what you receive. So I'm seeing a lifetime of you having relationships and situations and experiences with people who made their love feel contingent. And you, while you were busy loving all of these parts that really weren't easy to love, they were busy exploiting your lovability. And so because of that, you had difficulty receiving. And even for the ones that wanted to give you, or who give to you, or who could see your light, they didn't have the capacity to give to you, right? So you just sort of learned to be self-sufficient, and you've realized in your ascension that receiving was an integral part of this lifetime. And that's what's kind of ironic, right? Is when we learn that our answers come from within, that's when we start to receive externally in a way that feels rewarding to the soul, in a way that feels like we want to actually be present in our bodies and here in this life. But I am so proud of you for the way you have been able to keep your boundaries and disengage from a lot of things, really, that you were once attached to for survival, right? And that detachment, that consistent detachment, is what has created this space within your energetic field to pull in all of these higher frequencies that you've been experiencing, which has been, like I said, disorienting a little bit in the 3D. But that, again, is just confirmation that you are here. Okay, so do not shame yourself or fear anything that you are feeling. It's anytime something feels off, just trust that your body is integrating all that you've been giving it, and it will balance out soon. Okay? And every time we do this, every time we sit with ourselves in these liminal spaces or these periods of significant up-leveling, every time we sit with ourselves and say, hey, it's okay, hey, that's not anxiety you're feeling, that's happiness, that's excitement, that's anticipation. When we do that in future events, our bodies start saying the same thing, right? So just trust that your light is shining brightly, and that you also, what Spirit wants me to tell you is that don't be afraid to let go of the knowledge your former self needed to know in order to survive. Your soul has learned to integrate all that you've been through, okay? So you no longer need to wear that knowledge as a suit of armor, okay? You can look back at those former versions of yourself and say, hey, I love you. Thank you so much for this wisdom. I have integrated it, and I trust it, and I thank you so much for sharing it with me and being so brave to experience what you had to go through in order for me to gain this awareness. But our soul has integrated, and we no longer need to consciously think about it, because our body will know how to respond or discern when necessary, okay? So when it comes to receiving now, you no longer have to be worried about what people's intentions are, because your soul has integrated those that wisdom for its discernment. So it's not even going to be calling in those situations anymore. And Spirit is also showing me this sort of army that you have that you don't even realize. These are people that have experienced your energy and have really taken your light and done something to illuminate their own. And they really look to you, even if it's just on an energetic sense, they look to you. And so every time you ascend, it gives them more hope. And Spirit is also showing me that the times that you're ascending typically tends to be when these other people are struggling in keeping their own light on, the light that you helped them find. And so they will sort of seek out your energy, and they see that you're doing really, really well, and it remotivates them, okay? So trust that there are a lot of people energetically that are rooting for you. And so just honor that alignment. And if you're ever needing that that comfort, just ask your higher self or your spirit guides to help you align with the versions of everyone that are in awe of you and allow themselves to be impacted by you, because even we know how to receive what we need now, and we know how to set boundaries with those whose light is not yet on, so they want to take ours. And just trust that there is nothing that can take away your gifts. There is nothing that can take away all of the spiritual work that you've done. You had to learn the hard way that you could not spiritually bypass, and that no one could use you to spiritually bypass either. You've learned that, you've honored that, and you've honored the parts of yourself that wanted to do that, because this is hard. So yes, just you are doing amazing, and Spirit wants you to know that. I'm going to end this here, but I hope that this has brought you peace, and it's okay to rest, it's okay to eat a lot, it's okay to relax and just remember to do things that make you happy, that bring you joy. That is the easiest way to stay aligned with our true north. Thank you so much for